Of your body is a brand new artistic level. You got me on such a high, I'm scared to fall. Just observe around you. See, I'm not the only one. Hypnotizing the men and women, you the one. So don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. Like an animal. I've been waiting to check out the moves, you're sexy too. Rendezvous at the private lounge, you kill it too. Calling the fashion police. We, she's killing them styling fully. We, don't you wanna dance? Don't you wanna break old chains? Don't you wanna feel free? Like an animal. You should let it flow. When the love is pure, because when the love is pure, because when the love is pure, you should let it flow. Because when the love is pure, you should let it flow. Because when the love is pure, you should let it flow. You should let it flow. You should let it flow. You should let it flow.
Cheer. Damn, I'm loud in here. What it do? Don't mind my allergies. Welcome to Club Shada episode 1. It's loud. Damn, this microphone never know. Sometimes it gives me loud sound. Sometimes it's the opposite. What's wrong with you? Hi. Welcome to Club Shada episode 201. I hope everybody is doing great and is in great health and spirits and energy. Now it's this thing. Yeah, listen, the show is brought to you by Shada, the gods of good fortune. Thanks to all the brand new subscribers. Welcome here. Claudio, MK8, Usul, Marie-Ève, Kamertop. Ça, c'est vraiment des noms de fierté. Listen, welcome. Make yourself at home and don't forget to remove your shoes at the door. charge my stuff. What's going on here? Yeah, listen. How are you? I hope everybody's good. Starting the show a little early. Today I start the show at midnight instead of midnight and 30 minutes, because in the morning I have to take my girl to school still. So yeah, in a way, makes more sense to me to start earlier, especially if everybody's already in the bedrooms. So yeah, I was like, yo, I guess I'm ready. Let's go. Turn off all these lights. Put these plants here. This light there. This one here. That one there. Turn on this camera. Well, like 1 minute before I appear, I realized I didn't turn on the camera. So I was like, I did this. I did exactly this. I was like, oh shit. So yeah. Oh my God. I want to acknowledge our stream royalty for the month of May. None other than Bodhisattva with $21. Look at this. The stream royalty name is changing. Sirène des îles, les gens sont en train de prendre ta place. C'est pas normal. Listen, Sirène des îles is about to come back for all you. But listen, it's good if the stream royalties are changing. Tonight, I'm officially back to work. I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that and a few things. But I want to listen to music tonight. I want to listen to, because I have a few singles that came out and that we didn't listen to. So if you look at my the things that I have, I'm really sorry for my allergies, but it is what it is. Let me see something. It works. All right. Listen. If you look at, first of all, there's 6 albums that we are going to listen to in the next coming weeks. Those are, first of all, now almost everything out of all my names have been moved between Angel City and Monsieur de Shada. Those ones are still missing, but I'm gonna change them. Those albums are gonna become Monsieur de Shada. But look, now Monsieur de Shada is my, now I have 3 names, right? Angel City for what you're hearing in the back, everything hip hop and everything in those genres and those tempos, and then Monsieur de Shada for everything fast. House music, I'm a piano, Afro house, etc., and calm, whatever. And I actually have, so some of them used to be called under other names like Janamari. So the covers are being updated. Like this one just has been updated. So we're gonna listen to all these. What? It's only 7? All right. We're gonna listen to all these albums. This one, you know it. That's the Lavish Life. I don't know if we did this one. Not sure, but I'm gonna listen to every album. So I have 6 albums under that name. So we're gonna go through all of them. And as for Kaysha, where am I? There I am. As for Kaysha, I have 2 singles that I didn't do listening session. So tonight we're gonna do this one, My Wife Remixes. And the next time, how many remixes we have? 9. And then the next time we will do one that I didn't do. Where is it? I know there's one that I didn't do. This thing is not even in order. This is not in order. Wait. Oh, singles. We did the Just a Fool. Did we do Just a Fool? I think we did. Did we do Evil Tarasho? I don't even know now. I know there's something missing. Anyway, this one is missing. So tonight we're going to listen to this before I talk a little bit about what's going on in the world and why I'm back to work. First of all, let me say hi to everybody. Starting at midnight is cool as well. You know, I mean, I like midnight and a half, but you know, sometimes if I'm ready at 11:30, why wait another hour if I can start early? You know, when I start early, Bruno is awake for 30 minutes at least. You know, Bruno, Body, all these people, they sleep like chickens. Like the sun goes down, poof, they're done. So, you know, maybe I'm going to find him in the chat at this time. Let's see. Master Electronic. That's good. L'homme le plus mignon de sa génération en Suède. La milliardaire, hello. How are you? How you doing? YB Style, what up? How you doing? La Baronne Emmanuel Etienne, how are you? There he is. What up, Bruno? How are you? You good? That's goody. Malcolm Beats. How are you, my boy? Me and Malcolm go into Spain soon. That's all I have to say. Listen, I'm about to record a bunch of Malcolm Beats on a bunch of Malcolm Beats instrumentals. I'm back to work. You see? You see? I know my people. I know my people. Look at that. What's goody, Ellis boys? How are you? Pas du tout. Mais alors, pas du tout. Alors, je vais te dire un truc. Je suis pas du tout football. Je suis même pas sport, en fait. Mais, you know. Nadinia, what up? What's goody? How are you? Yeah, everybody, put some likes. Come on, come on. You guys are here watching. Put the likes in the live for Nadia. It's important. So listen, I realized something last time, and it's interesting. I don't know why. Maybe it's an algorithm thing that attracts some people. But, you know, I always ask myself, the episode 160, I don't remember what was the episode, but we had that episode that we were celebrating something. I think it was a New Year or Christmas, I don't remember. And that triggered the disappearance of my channel for a few days, a few hours. And I realized that yeah, I was like, yo, listen, this, what up, Julie? I realized, like, there's no reason why YouTube would believe that I have any nudity in my channel, right? I don't. And then as I was trying to look at the episode, I don't even have the images because that video just have been removed by YouTube, and I didn't press on the subject, but they didn't even give me an occasion to view it. It's not even private. It's just been deleted. And even if it kind of pisses you off to have done like 2 hours of live or 3 hours of live and then it completely disappears. What up, cousin? Even if it kind of pisses you off to have took the time to come live and do this, and then in a way all this disappear. The moment existed, so you know, I'm not like obsessed about the idea that I have one episode missing. It's just that when you know you're honest and it's unfair, you're like, why? Right? And then I was really asking myself, like, when you do either you do a mass stack on a channel, right? And you pretend there's nudity, but those people are supposed to look at it, right? But that video has been removed for a reason. So is it that the bots, because most of the time all these things is AI is running those sites, too much content to control by humans? Is it possible that when people comment on this channel with, and like, if I make your thing appear here and you put some porn profile picture here, which is not my fault, but it's the fault of the person who's doing it either for fun or with malice, right? And then the same people then go to YouTube and flag your video for nudity. So is this possible that happened at that time? I don't know. But interestingly, last episode, as we were live and we were just, like, I've seen all your comments here on my screen. So I'm looking at the camera here, but just here on the corner of my screen, I can show you what I see. On the corner of my screen here, I see all your comments, right? And I can see your profile pictures, even if they are small, but I can make them bigger so I can really see if nobody is having a strange profile picture, right? And interestingly enough, so there was this person named Music Biz last time. Plus there was another person who was trying to put, I've seen one person trying to use like a porn image as a profile picture. Did I put this way too near? Yeah. So I was seeing that person. So there was like 3 people who were trying at the same time. So maybe it was the same person trying, or maybe it was 3 friends trying to have fun. I don't know. But I catch 2 of them. One, I saw the comment straight away. It was actually the same picture as last time. So I just banned the person straight away while I was doing the conversation with Eva from Lord Askelin. The second one was another person named Music Biz. And that person also had a photo that I saw directly. So I was like, I'm banning that person. Strange, they're using the same name as Music Biz, but okay. So what I did at that time, I decided to change the time you need to be able to comment. So, to be able to be on the chat, you need to be a subscriber. If I let anybody be in the chat, it would be way more people, because there's a lot of people that come to YouTube, they're not subscribed to your channel, they check the thing, they start talking, right? We probably would have 2 times or 3 times the amount of people, but I prefer the quality, and I can afford to have less people and have a better show. And as a protection, what you do, you turn on subscriber only mode, where only people who are subscribed for at least 10 minutes are able to get in the chat. So if somebody comes with a bad profile picture and something pornographic or whatever, and you block them, or somebody comes with insults or whatever, and you block them from the channel, they need to have another channel or another account, another email. It's not hard to do, but it takes time. And then after that, they subscribe. They still have to wait 10 minutes. So if somebody does it 3 times, they're going to lose like 35 minutes of their life for that. So listen, if they're 15-year-old, that's all they have to do in their life. And for them, it's funny. I mean, listen, I don't care. Just block them and block them and block them, or have a moderator, somebody here just moderates. I put Joel as a moderator, and he just looks out and just block them instantly, or Lil Maro, or one of us, right? But interestingly, there was a third person that, for me, on my screen, because of the size of the pictures here, I don't see them the way you see them. So the first person who saw was Sirène des Îles. She told me, look at the picture from the comment on top of me. And when I look at it, I said, I don't see nothing special, because that picture was actually black for me. I could see like a face, but the rest was black. So I didn't really realize that it was actually somebody doing giving oral sex. So I saw the comment, and interestingly, the comments were actually comments that were participating to the conversation. So I was like, I'm not sure, but it's okay. You know, every time there's a new person, because I know all of you, I see people who comment all the time. I don't really, it's only when there's a new person that I make sure about the profile picture. I check, because, right? And what to me is people trying to be funny is them just posting a bad profile picture. Listen, at a point, YouTube will, the AIs will also tell them, hey, your profile picture is not right, and then they will ban them. But they can still come to this channel, and I post their comments on top, right? And then they report. Then they report your channel, and then this creates the thing that makes your channel go down. And sometimes it's not your fault. So I'm very careful before putting people's comments in the channel. At a point, then at a point, I was like, yo, these people are crazy, because some might do it for fun, some might do it, and then they just want to cause harm to your business. And so there was that person called Music Biz, and they were putting lots of interesting comments. So at a point, I put those comments on the screen, so last show, and as I'm putting the comments on the screen, I don't really see, even like putting them big, right? I don't see them like well, right? And you know, I continue my life, and then it's only at the end of that, and the person never said nothing special, because somebody who says something funny and something like that has nothing to do, or I just love you, or something offensive in the chat, like we will see them straight, right? But somebody was saying, yeah, oh, that person was trying to haha for your business, and the person was really having conversation with us, and at the same time, had a strange profile picture that was hidden. So I didn't catch it. And by the end of the show, I was like, wait a minute. So I go back to the file, because you know, as I'm live, my program Ecamm is also recording the show in my drive. So soon as the show is over, I also have the full quality file in my drive in case the live goes wrong, something, whatever, anything, you can still go re-upload and you can, this is that high quality file that I use to edit the little clips of the show. And so I go to that file, I open that file, and when I zoom in, and that's when I see, oh, bastard. That bastard. And I'm like, why? And then I was like, damn, that's exactly what happened the other time. And that's probably exactly how the channel got removed for and got problem for 3 days. So I was like, you know what? I'm not, so what you do at that point, you have two solutions. Either you go to the YouTube editor, which is, it's kind of clumsy and it's not great to use. And in that editor, you find the places where you have the comment, and then you put something on top of it. So for example, to give you an example, it's gonna take me a lot of time to do it. Let me see how I can do it without taking a lot of time. Let's say for example, I take, let's say for example that I add text. So let me add some text. Let me add a dot. So a dot. I add a dot, for example, and then I put the size of that dot to 1000. And it didn't work. Did it? Oh, it worked. Okay. So you see these. Oh my God. This is not the size that I want. All right. This is not working at all. Damn. All right. Let me see. Let me try to do it again. How can I do a round thing? Let me take the problem in my keyboard, I don't know in the Portuguese keyboard, I don't know how to do some symbols like around but anyway, listen, let me take the letter Q. All right. Sorry, I'm full of allergy. I'm so sorry. Let me go to a font like Helvetica. Where is it? Helvetica, and then I take the bold one. Okay, I'm gonna take the black condensed. All right, I'm gonna use the letter Q. It's okay. Let me put it in black. All right, and let me resize it to, all right. Imagine this is a round. I just don't have time to go find a round. I don't have time. It's just to show you what I did. And now imagine, so I take a comment like this one, and then on top of it, no, it has to be on top of it. Damn. All right. There you go. On top of it, boom, I put this. And every time the comment arrives, I add this black thing. So that's, let me put all this out. And that's exactly what I did, but I did it in my program, my editing program, Final Cut. I have a plugin called Censor. So it's a plugin, let's say I want to put a video and somebody has let's say I'm having a conversation with somebody, or maybe there's somebody in the shot that don't want their face to be taken. It's something that it's a plugin. It will track the face of the person and will ask me, what do I want to put on top of that face? Do I want to put something black, something of a color, or do I want to put some blur, or do I want to pixelate? You have all type of options, and that's exactly what I did. So what I did is I put a black, because it was a black profile picture already with a little bit of porn stuff in it. What I did is every time that comment appeared, I had a little black round on top of it, And so what I did, I took the original video to protect myself. I took the original video and I removed it from YouTube. So as soon as the live was over, I put it private on YouTube, and then so nobody could see it and nobody could access it and find the link. And after that, in the morning at 8 a.m. before taking my daughter to school, I took the recorded file that I had already, and I uploaded it back to YouTube with all the edits, so I found every place where that person commented, and I removed the image, and then I uploaded to YouTube, and I put it as a premiere the same day in the morning. I think no, it was not in the morning. I think it was at 1 p.m. as a premiere, so people could see it again as if I was playing it. And those who came at night, actually, I think La Milliardaire and some people, they came back to watch it again. But so that's why I didn't take my allergy stuff. So that's what I did to protect myself from that. And this is why that episode is not in my previously streamed, is in my normal videos. And I just said to myself, I'm gonna add some of you, probably Joel, as a moderator, maybe Elise as well, for example. I mean, those who want, so that when those people come here and I don't really see, somebody can put them out directly, because those people are crazy. People don't have nothing else to do than try to sabotage others people livelihood, businesses, for fun or for jealousy or whatever their reason is. And so something I didn't do, because that person was named Music Biz, right? At the end of the show, I didn't ban that person, because it's only after the show that I realized, right? And when you have a chat that is playing during the show, usually a reason why I don't like to delete a live show and replace it with the file is that if you replace with the file, you lose the chat, the live, because you can also replay the chat if you want to look at the show and at the same time watch the chat as it was on that day. You can go to all the episodes of Club Shada and you can turn on the chat replay. But when I re-upload, I don't have the chat anymore. But it's fine, because most of the time the most interesting part of the chat, especially the things I interact with, I put them on the screen, right? But then I was like, oh, you have to wait until the next day, around probably a few hours after your chat, so that YouTube processes your video and then the chat appears as a chat replay. So I could not erase the other video, and I could not also upload the new video until I had access to the chat replay, so I could find the person called Music Biz and kick them out. And listen, around 10 a.m. I think, when I woke up, I woke up at 8:30 to take my daughter to school. When I came back from dropping her to school, first thing I did, I checked if my chat replay was there. And yes, so I start going in the chat looking for the comments of Music Biz, and I remember what were all the comments. So I was like, yeah, let me find that person. And you can ban somebody after. From the chat replay, you can find them and ban them from the channel. And I'm looking and I don't find Music Biz anymore, because the person changed their name to Marion. Yo, bitch. But I remember all the comments, and I remember specifically one specific comment that when I was talking about somebody putting bottles and trying to do publicity in the show, and I remember that person saying that, Oh, da, da, da. So I remember that comment. So I found that exact comment and I saw that the profile picture was still the same, but the name was not Music Bees anymore. It was Marion. I was like, I got you, motherfucker. Block. Ban from the channel. Bye. And that was it. And yeah, listen. I was like, another nice story. People. I don't understand people. Like, it's the internet. People, something I always tell Buddy and I always tell my wife, because they are way more emotional than I am, is because we are one way, we cannot think that everybody's going to be one way. Personally, if I don't like somebody, I don't even come where they are. I don't see the point. I don't want to know what they do, and I don't care what they do. They live their life, I live my life. There's enough space in this earth, and there's like 8 other billion people to talk to or to care about. Some people, when they don't like you, they need you to know. Or some people are just stupid. Or some people, they don't like the fact that some people have success for no reason. So they will find ways. I don't know. Listen, I mean, and people don't understand, like, if you remove one episode of Club Shada, I don't lose any money. Like, and my YouTube channel is not my main source of revenue. I mean, it would piss me off losing 5,000 videos and 16 years of content, of course. But, all these episodes, I record them in my drive. Like, if one day I have to go out of YouTube and go to a new time, a new place, a new platform, my own platform, whatever, I can do it. I just upload all these videos one by one, or I hire somebody to do it. And people, I don't know what they want from life. It's not the same thing we want. That's all I know. This sabotage, I'm telling you. Mon écran, c'est un Dell 39 pouces ou 32. I don't remember. Listen, I don't know where I can see this the specification of this screen. It's the Dell. Let me see. I don't know. It's a Dell. I'll find out for you if you want. Quoi? La reine d'Alia est là? Je l'ai pas vue. Hein? Non. Je la vois pas. It's a trend now, commenting with funny profile picture and then reporting your channel to YouTube for offensive images. Well, YouTube should do something about it, because that's a trick that maybe if the image is small enough, they should train their AIs to understand that, it's not your fault. And maybe all you need to do is give the person, tell them, hey, there's a problem with this video. Can you edit it? And there's a YouTube editor. There's an editor where you can edit the videos. But yeah. People are, listen, right now there's been a few cases, a lot of things going on right now in the world. Oh, Bodhisattva. Thank you, brother. Our stream royalty is solidifying his throne. Now $31 for Bodhisattva. Thank you so much, brother, for supporting this show. That's why we need now a community of moderators in the chat. Other YouTubers are complaining about it as well. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah. Because there was this big YouTuber with millions of views who had the same thing, and as I was talking with him, and I was telling him happened the same thing to me, and I was explaining to him what I think was the problem, and he was like, oh, maybe it's something like that. Maybe something like that. And maybe that's why when we complain to YouTube, they realize that our channels have nothing, and then maybe the AIs, they're trained to recognize, of course, porn, and maybe they're like, oh yeah, porn, they just remove your channel. But yeah, that shit is crazy. Yeah. On Final Cut, it's an amazing. Let me see if I find the name of this M sensor. That's what I use. Let me find it. It's a plugin that I had for a long time. It's called M sensor. There it is. And with that plugin, all you have to do is let me see if I can find. Yeah, you can track here. You can track the subject, and you can either put blur, or you can pixelate the whole face, or you can put something solid like this, and it follows the face as well. So you can remove brands, you can remove immatriculation, you can do a lot of things with this app. It's so you say you can do this for interviews, or you can do it this way, for example, or this. And yeah, it's a plugin I bought a long time ago. I think it cost me how much? Yeah, $99. And I don't use it a lot, but from time to, for example, right now I'm about to put the video for my wife, as she did a deal with the clinic in Turkey for her surgery. So she has to put a YouTube video on her channel. So I'm gonna edit the video, and there's some parts where she's with the doctor and she's naked, and so I'm gonna have to hide some parts of her body, and I'm gonna use that plugin to either pixelate or put a black thing. We'll see how something that looks the best, and it's a great plugin. From actually, I think half of my plugin I buy them from that company, Motion VFX. And yeah, so you have to. It's crazy how when I started doing music on a fame level, and I started having a lot of fans and etc. I never understood why some people were angry. Like, some people were angry with my singing, angry with my beats, angry with me having glasses, angry with me not being from the West Indies. I was like, just don't listen to it. Like, to me it's so simple. Oh, this is such and such, they don't like you. Oh, they think this, they think that. I'm like, okay, I mean, why should I care? Like, does it change something in my bank account? No, it doesn't. So why should I care? They don't pay my rent. And interestingly, not only those people care, but also your friends care, and your friends think you should care. And me, I'm like, why is everybody bringing me negative energy? Like, I don't care. Those people are not my friends. So, and me, in a logical perspective, it's just like, why do they care? Like, if you don't like somebody, if you don't like an artist, you have so much choice. And I see all these people going crazy over, like, I don't know, like, I remember Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj, and everybody going crazy, like, the fans of this one against the fans of this one, people insulting each other for people that they don't even know, and people that they will never touch you, those people. And me, I was like, listen, it's both two queens doing their business, doing it differently. And if they disagree on something, why people are trying to weaponize their fans, and why are the fans letting themselves be weaponized? Listen, If those people don't like each other, it's not my problem. I like some songs of you, and this is my thing. I don't have to. But again, as I was telling somebody today on Twitter, this is the failure of religions. People used to have something to worship, or somebody or some entity to worship, and it was God, Krishna, Buddha. But in this new reality of the modern age, people worship other people that they see on social media. They worship people on that they see on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, and those people become their gods, and they are just like, my daughter has an Instagram since before she was born. We didn't do it for her to become famous. We did it so our Instagram would not become full of pictures of her. So we were like, hey, we're going to do an Instagram where we're going to put her photos for us, and we're going to control that Instagram, mostly her mom and a little bit of me. And, sometimes we receive messages on her Instagram. Some people, like some women, are like, but I love you so much. I dress my daughter the same way your daughter is dressed. And we're like, she's 4. Like, it's a baby. How you gonna love a baby? Like, yeah, you like her photos, you enjoy her, like, but this is the problem of social media. People are full of superlatives, and people are abusing the superlative in question. It makes no sense. People make no sense. So I don't understand people. And even, I really appreciate all the love I received through these last 3 decades of me making music, from my first show in 92 to today. It's been 30 years. But every time somebody tells me I love you, I don't say nothing, because I understand that I don't have to be socially awkward. But because I'm a person that is very, very, listen, my wife complains about it all the time. I'm very, very I'm logical. For me, I always want to reply to people, but I just skip it. I always want to reply to people, no, you love my music. You cannot love me. You don't know me. You don't even know if I'm a great person, if I'm a jerk, you see what I mean? Like, people who've been seeing me, we hear all the time, all night talking on Club Shada. It's different. But, so you kind of understand my personality. You hear my opinions and stuff. But, so you can say, oh, I know more or less how he is, right? Because we talk all the time. But it's not the same as knowing somebody for real, like going on a trip, on a holiday with that person, and realizing some celebrities are jerks, and some of them, yeah, they are the best musicians of the world, and yeah, yes, I love your music. But interestingly, people have this need to mix the music and the artist, and then because they love the music, they want to love the person, or if the person is a jerk, they want to stop loving the music. I mean, you can be the worst person in the world and still do amazing artwork, and it's two different things, and everybody have to learn to separate the two. So for me, I remember in the beginning, people were like, I love you so much, I love you, and I was like, oh, she doesn't know me. Like, she doesn't know me. But I learned to be like, oh, thank you so much, because I understand that what they mean is actually, I love your art. And because I love your art so much, and your art got me through a lot of things, I kind of like you as well. But it always felt strange to me. It is a lot of work. Yeah, I remember. Not just gonna start banning people. Some people are just watching without putting likes. This is crazy. Have you heard about the YouTube redirect feature? Yes. So at the end of a like, at the end of a live, you can redirect your watchers to another live. So to me, where that would be very cool as a feature, it would be if you're doing a show. Let's say you are 3 people and you. Siren Desil, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the show with 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much and welcome. It's let's say Dalia, Joel, me, and Bodhisattva are all doing a show on the same day, and we coordinate. We decide to all do our shows. Let's say I'm gonna do a show, or maybe Joel is gonna do a show from 10 to 11, and then Dalia will do from 11 to 12. Then I will come from 12 to 1 p.m. and then at 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. Body will do a DJ set, for example. And we are all synchronizing the hours, even if we might not finish exactly on the hour, but we say, hey, listen, as my live is finished, hey, everybody, let's continue the conversation on Body's channel or on Dalia's channel. And then you can, at when your live ends, it takes everybody automatically to the next channel. I don't know exactly how it works because I didn't have the time. I didn't have the time to really read the YouTube article, but I didn't have to test it yet. But from what they're saying is that so once your stream is over, you can just redirect to another stream or another channel. Yeah, not another channel. And even with the premieres, you can do it, which is cool. I know I received the email telling me that I had that feature, but I'm gonna see how I can use it. Maybe so for me, let's say I'm doing my edits of Club Shadas, for example. Let's say I put them as premieres and I put them one after the other. That could be a great way when the show is over and you have all the things to just push them. Or maybe if everybody's pushing their premieres at certain times, you can do something. Or if you have there's like, people will find some interesting way to use it. I didn't find some way yet how I'm going to use it. Some people have a lot of time and energy to listen. It's true. I don't know. Les jaloux sont aigris de fou. Salute, brother Body. Toi, tu as trop de violence en toi. Attention, la sœur en Christ vous voit. Good evening, Urban Sweet Spot. How are you? That's true as well. That is true. I'm telling you. I'm not going to do nothing. But you know me a little bit. You talk to me every night. I mean, twice a week on Club Shada. Yeah, to me it was interesting because I already had that option. So I don't know why. Maybe now they're making it available to everybody, but I think it's been a few months that I've been seeing this in my options for where to send people after a live. So next beats, you never do my remixes. You changed. Huh? Now that you're married to a Congolese girl, you change. Vraiment, au changeaka. I also see. Yeah, you can also set a teaser for a premiere. Listen, there's too much work, and people like, come on, like, that's a lot of work. Like, you know, my problem with YouTube is sometimes, okay, those tools are interesting, but sometimes they believe that everybody has a team of 10 people working for them. There's also one people, like teams of one persons like me. I don't have time to do all that shit. But hey, listen, it's so strange. I installed a thing with my thing where, you know, if my mouse goes on the side of my screen, it appears on my iPad. You can see it. Do you see it? I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if no, it's on my iPad now, and now oops. So now, like, I don't know if you can see it. I know it's back here, but if I move it here it's on my iPad. You can see it here. Boop, 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 boop. So that's nice because you can, for example, you can take a file, you can send it to your iPad directly without even using anything. You just, and the computers just recognize each other. So let's say you have a Mac, an iPad, and a MacBook. You can just swipe a file across all of them and just drop them. That's super useful. But sometimes if I just put my mouse on the side of the screen, it goes to the iPad. But it's nice. It's a nice feature, just like magic. In some way, it's using the content creator instead of algorithm to curate. Yep, that's true. That is true. Papa au changeaka. That's a lot of work. Like, so I guess as long as it's not something you're forced to use, it's okay. And maybe some people need that, and it's a great feature to have. But for people like us, who are just one man operation, one woman army, that's too much work. Like, you have to do the show, you have to check it, then you have to edit the show and cut it into clips, and then you have to also have premieres and teasers and like, yo, and do the thumbnails, and that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Welcome to Monterey. That's true. And it's a cool feature. I'm telling you. Yes, you can do it with your iMac and MacBook Pro as long as you have Monterey. You have to go in the system preferences and turn on, I forgot the name of it. I forgot how Apple called it, but it's called just go to apple.com, check out the Monterey features, and you're gonna see it. And it's called, forgot the name, but so you can go from one computer to another. That's great because, like, let's say you have a song or an image you just want to send somewhere, poof, it just, and that's really, really cool. Like when I do my NFTs, now I just, so let's say I have I can do a test. So let's say I have this drawing here that I just did, right? Oh, you don't see it well. So let's say I want to send it. I don't know if I can. Let's say I want to send it to my screen. Normally from the iPad, I cannot take it. I cannot drag it. Fuck. Okay, maybe from the program directly. Okay, then let me, for example, grab the skin texture, for example. Maybe I can take it And can I send it? No, it doesn't work. Maybe with my, oh, maybe it's on the other side. No, it doesn't. I didn't try on that side. So maybe it only works. I didn't check, but maybe it only works. So okay, let me do it on the other side. Let me do it the other way. I'm gonna go from my let me see if I can find a drawing, an image on my, let's say I'm drawing, for example. I'm doing this drawing, and I find an image on my computer. Let me see, how do I put the demo mode? Okay, there you go. Let's say that I have an image. Let me take one of my NFTs, for example. So battles always ahead, for example. I can grab that file. I don't know if you see it. I hope you see it. I can grab that file and send it to the side of the screen, and then you see it's coming, and then I can drop it, boom, in my graphic. There you go, just like that. So that's crazy. This is really something useful. That's very useful. Very useful. And I think, I mean, I realize they don't do it for the phone, but that would be also cool if I could do it to my phone as well. I can just send stuff, like when you want to send stuff from your computer to your iPad or your phone, you just drag them. That's crazy. What's the name of that feature? Let me go to Apple and see what's the name of, oh no, not the Portuguese one. Oh, nice. Oh, today is the 4th of May, Star Wars Day. What's the name of it? Support iPhone, Mac, Monterey. And the name of that feature is not FaceTime, it's not Messages, Safari, Focus, no. Quick Note, no. Universal Control. That's the name of that feature. So you see, you can just grab something from, oh, you can also do it from the iPad to the thing. Well, I could not do it, but I guess you can also do it from the mouse to the thing, or from the iPad to the, or maybe you can take the mouse, send it to the iPad, and grab from the iPad with the mouse. Makes more sense. All right, let me try it. Oh, I'm still on demo mode. Damn, wait. Maybe you can do it. Let me see. Let me try it. Let me go back. So let me, this thing was on demo mode the whole time. All right, I'm gonna try something. Let me try to, so let me go back to my program, my drawing program. Let me try to grab one of my artworks from the iPad and send it directly here to the show. Okay, so I'm taking my mouse, on the side of the screen. Now it's in the iPad, and let me grab this one here. Let me see if I can grab it, and now let me send it back to the Mac and put it on the screen. That didn't work. I could take it, but wait. So let me try something else. But I can control with the mouse though. Can I open it? Okay. and I cannot grab it because those are, okay, let me see if I, wait. So at least I can control my whole iPad with my mouse. That's cool. Now I'm gonna select one. I'm gonna select, for example, this one, and I'm gonna duplicate it. All right. I'm gonna, because it's a file for thing, I'm gonna take all my thing, and I'm gonna, how can I, oh no, listen, I'm gonna go out of this. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go to another application. I'm gonna go to my photos. Or can I go to, yeah, let me go to the photos. All right, I'm gonna go to photos. Where are my photos? I said I would listen to music today, but I guess, so photos. Where are the photos? I don't have photos in this iPad. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go to the photo app. Okay, those are pictures that I use for inspiration. Okay, let's take this picture of my dad and my daughter. Let's see if I can grab that picture from them with my mouse. So I put it on the side of the screen. It's here. Can I grab that picture and take it from, and can't. Okay, can I grab it from here? Let me see if I can grab it from here and send it to the Mac. I think I can, but eMac, that I think the program, or maybe because it's my thing is locked. Let me try again. Boom, send it here, plus. Interesting, it doesn't work. Don't know why. I don't know. Because I can see it, but it's not going in the program. I have to test more, but I've in a few times that, especially when I'm drawing, let's say I need to draw something like a hat, or I need to draw something and I really need the inspiration for that. Sometimes I can just check it here on my screen on Safari and just grab it and send it. Or between two Apple apps, it's amazing. Like I want to send a note or something like that from one program to another, I just drag it. But maybe it's Ecamm that doesn't have like the functionality implemented, because the Ecamm is the program I use to do live. Who knows? But listen, it's a great feature for real. Yeah, it's nice and easy, for real. It's really cool. Malcolm, o Cinex não queres fazer remixes, não sei porquê. Acho que ela acha que está melhor que nós, que está tipo em cima de nós, que nós somos só beatmakers. Ela é, estás a ver? Tipo, não quero, tipo, incrível. Tipo, Malcolm, os teus irmãos são estranhos. São estranhos. Anyway. Well, listen. Other than that, and as I was saying, when it comes to the craziness of people, it's the same as what's happening with right now Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, or Will Smith and Jada, or the Kardashian and Black China, or Dave Chappelle right now, who somebody tried to bum rush the stage and tackle him and ended up looking like a pretzel. Like, people are taking everything to heart, and people are taking strangers' life to heart. Like, those people are not gods. They're humans just like you. They might be famous, but they are just normal people and they have their opinions, and you should not, even if you realize that, I understand that if you reach 10 million people with whatever you say, and you can influence those people, it doesn't mean that you cannot think anymore. You cannot start telling people that, oh, what you think is dangerous, Joe Rogan, because you have hundreds of millions of people listening to you. I still can have opinions. And we are in this world where people put too much value on strangers' opinions. This is crazy. This is crazy. Makes no sense. I've been, fame can start with 5 people that love your work, right? So when I was 17, 18, and I was doing a lot of shows, a lot of hip hop shows in the Paris underground scene, and I was starting to gain some followers. I would have every show I would go, and there would be groups of girls coming to see me rap. I had dreadlocks and everything. I was always like asking myself if fame would take away my freedom, because people always see it from the point of view of the people who are not famous, the people who are listeners, the people who go to your shows, the people who buy your music, the people who come to watch your YouTube shows, and then they want to put on you, Bonjour Fight, what up? They want to put responsibilities on you that you are not sure that you asked for. And they say come to the territory, and you're like, I didn't sign up for this. I just wanted to do my songs. Some people are not even trying to be famous. They just want to be able to sing and make a living from whatever they sing. And then I remember the first time somebody came to me and told me, yo, why don't you speak about Congo? Why don't you speak about this? Why don't you speak about the people there why don't you speak about the suffering here or the suffering there or the war here? And I was like, I make love songs. Like, I'm trying to give a little bit of soothing to the soul and a little bit of, be part of people's life with something positive, and all the negative things we see it in the news. So maybe Bob Marley can talk about it, but I chose to focus on some positive things, and in a few songs I'm gonna have some words here and there from time. I'm gonna slick in some stuff, but I'm more motivated to sing about love songs, relationship. That's what I like to do. Yeah, but you have a lot of people listening to you. You are the voice of the I'm the voice of myself. Nah. You are the voice of all the Congolese people. I was like, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. And you should do this and you should do that. And I was like, sis, if you really want all these messages that I believe that you have in your head, you already know the plan. Open a Twitter account, open a Facebook account, open this and that, and start spreading the message. I don't have the same amount of followers as you. We all start with 0. You start, you seem to have interesting things to say, start saying them, and the more people agree with your message or disagree with your message, the more people will come. And then you will build your community, and maybe one day you're gonna have 10 times the amount of people following you than me. And you will be a leader of opinion, and etc., and maybe you will influence people. But don't come to people who worked all their life to arrive somewhere for a reason, and you want to hijack their reason to take it and put it there. I don't want to go there. I don't have to go there. If one day I feel like, damn, I have to use my voice for something else and I want to go there, I do it. But if I never feel it, you cannot force people to do it. And I see it too much where wherever you reach an amount of people that you reach, then you have everybody trying to hijack your voice and say that you should use it for something that is useful. And the reality is not, they should finish their sentence. It's not finished. Or you should use it for something that is useful. Now, what they should say is you should use it for something that is useful for me. Because they don't want to work to have all your thing. They're like, oh, listen, yeah, you famous, you have all these people for your songs, but this is not serious. So I don't respect that. But I want to use all these followers. So I'm going to use all your followers to talk about this, that, and the third. Listen. In my personal opinion, and it's just mine, it feels that Amber Heard is a liar and a psychopath. And when in love, she does. Why do I feel like this? Because I've been there. I've known this type of person. But I could be wrong. Completely. But I believe that she's the type of person, she does things as she's thinking about it. And then after that, she regrets, but it's too late. So she doesn't assume. So she tried to cover up. I know these type of people. I know a bunch of them. There's a lot of us. We all know this type of people. Okay, now it's my opinion. Do I hate her? No, I don't know her. Do I love Johnny Depp? No, it's a guy. Like, I like his work. I love some of his movies. I'm not a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I respect him as an actor. Actually, when I watched Aquaman, what I really liked in Aquaman was the beauty of Amber Heard. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And I understand, because I've been there, how you can just be hypnotized by that beauty and end up with a witch. I understand it. But does it mean I hate her? Like, I see a lot of people, they hate her. And I'm like, why would you hate this girl? You don't know her. Oh, what she did to Johnny. Johnny's not your friend. You can have an opinion, but you don't need to put emotions in there. My opinion on her, on that situation, is more based on experience and more or less what I see. And I didn't wait for this trial to start to have this opinion. I've been thinking the same thing that people are starting to think for 2 years. I was saying the same thing about Prince Harry and his and Meghan, sorry, and his wife Meghan Markle. For me, same thing. All these guys, Will Smith and Jada, same thing. For me, it's all the same pot of men who are beautiful, powerful, etc., but they are with the wrong person. For me. And those persons are sadly making their life miserable, but they want to stay there because of love, because of their values about family, etc. And because I've been there, I understand exactly how they feel. I didn't want to leave where I was as well. And I left because at a point it was like, it was becoming a life or death situation. I was like, yo, listen, if I don't go there, I'm gonna start thinking of hurting myself. So I was like, it's time to go. But that's because I'm so much more logical than emotional. Sadly, for most people, they are more emotional than logical. So they're gonna stay in situations and But when I see how people put so much emotions in that, like, do I care about Black China versus the Kardashians? I don't. I watch. I'm not gonna say it's entertainment, because I mean, yeah, sometimes I watch, but I don't watch with like, oh my God, I love them so much, or oh my God, I hate them so much. And it's interesting how whenever there's something about Kanye, the Kardashian, Kim, and all these people, celebrities in general, people come with the emotional aspect. Because I love your music, because I love your sneakers, because I love this, that. I cannot look at you with a logical and factual and emotionless perspective. Like, you can be my favorite artist, and when you make a mistake, I can say, "Ooh, that was a mistake." Simple as that. I can see and I can understand the reaction of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock and still say, well, that was I understand, but that was not the right moment for your business. Now, if you don't care about your business, yeah, listen, you do what you want to do. But if you were fighting so hard to arrive here, and then the day you are here, you do this, I believe that you let your emotion overrun you. That's just my belief. It doesn't mean that that's what happened in his head. It doesn't mean that, I mean, I believe that that's what he says in his head, because I think he's somebody that is able to understand those things. I believe he's an intelligent person, and he's not a violent person. But I think he had too much on his plate, and you know, it was that day, too much emotion, too much. This moment will arrive, and then he just lost his control for a second, and that happened. That's just my view on the situation. Did I stop loving him? No. Did I stop watching all his movies? No. I'm gonna watch Independence Day tons and tons of time. I still love watching Itch. I still love watching Jada in The Matrix. I still love, because this is their art, and as persons, they're just like you and I. We all have problems. Sometimes just before I do a show, I have a fight with my wife. Sometimes it happens. And yeah, piss me off for whatever shit. I don't have time to argue. I have to start my show. And if sometimes the argument continue too long, I don't do the show, because I'm not in the mood anymore. But then I'm like, yo, I have to do my thing. I have to do my content, do my work. So I'm like, you know what? Let's have the conversation tomorrow when we cool down, and we're gonna continue conversation, because we are normal people, like everybody else. And I don't know why people listen, everybody want to put, like, people are emotional about those things. People, like, all of a sudden everybody discovered alopecia, and everybody all of a sudden everybody was an activist, and it was like, yo, calm down. Has nothing to do with this, has nothing to do with that. It's just somebody who lost his temper, and he had too much on his plate, and that's it. And listen, consequences will be consequences. He understands it. There's no need to be emotional about it. Like, you guys didn't lose nothing. He's still there. The songs are there. Welcome to Miami is still there. Na 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 is still there. The best rap song of all times, Summertime. That's for me, because it has a special place in my heart. Summertime, 1992, Brussels, MTV. But all the content is still there. The person and whatever he did in his life, nothing is destroyed. It's just that moment in time where, yeah, bad timing. And it's okay. Happens to everybody. Everybody. I did shows. Most of my shows, I understand I'm working, and there's been sometimes in shows, when you do 1,000 shows, you cannot be perfect on every show. There's gonna be sometimes where, yeah, you're gonna lose your passions. because the DJ is fucking up the show, keeps scratching while you're singing or keeps talking while you. I hate when I'm performing in a club and there's a DJ that is putting his microphone higher than my microphone and he's there. Yeah, Kaysha, oh, na putting a shot. I'm like, shut the and at a point, I'm gonna say it in the microphone between two songs. I'm gonna be like, yo, stop talking while I'm performing, please. But what I should do in reality is, if I can reach her, because sometimes you're gonna be like, sometimes the stage is gonna be like this. I'm here, then there's 1,000 people, and then the DJ and my manager are on the other side at the DJ booth, and the stage can be completely like that. But sometimes I'm performing here and the DJ booth is just here behind me, so I can go to my manager and tell her, tell this motherfucker to shut the fuck up, and then smile to the people. That's the best way to do it. But sometimes, listen, maybe before traveling you had a fight with your girlfriend and somebody said something on Twitter you didn't like, and then you tired, and then you didn't have the time to sleep for whatever reason, and then yeah, you irritable. It's a bad day. It happens. And then it's 2 a.m. You just started sleeping, and then you have to prepare for the show, and I don't want to go, but you have to go. And you arrive at the club they tell you that you have to arrive quick. The show has to be in 30 minutes. So you prepare, take a quick shower, run like you're downstairs. You arrive in the club, and now you're in the club, and they make you wait an hour backstage. And maybe in this club there's no, you don't know how the club's gonna be before you go. So maybe on that club there's no backstage. So they put you in an office where there's only one chair, and it smells bad, and it's not comfortable. They give you water, and they make you wait an hour, and you're tired, and you're like, what happened to? And you hear like, and you want to sleep, and you're tired. And then when you arrive on stage, when it's time to perform finally, the DJ decides to, maybe you hear singing like Fiona, and then DJ does like pew, pew, pew. You want to kill that guy. You like, and the problem is, if you're on a playback show, an open playback, meaning that you have your full song with your vocals on it, and you sing on top of it, because it's a club, you don't know how it's gonna be. It's the easiest way to perform in a club. So you have your full, so you cannot stop singing to insult the guy. So you have to finish singing, because you're singing on top of your song. So even if you're still singing for real, you cannot shut your mouth, because your voice will come out. So you have to sing on top of it. But in your head, you're like, oh, I want to kill this guy. But you have to wait for the end of the song. Now imagine you don't have a song. You have a mega mix of 28 minutes. So it means a mega mix of 28 minutes is like verse, chorus, and then it changes songs all the time for 28 minutes. So not because I have a lot of hits. Now when I do a show, I do this. I just do a 25 minute to 30 minute mega mix of all my hits. So if the DJ is speaking during my mega mix, I cannot say nothing, because I have to sing. So I have to find a way to tell him to shut up at a point. And I don't know where it's gonna be. It's gonna have to be a point where maybe I'm just dancing, or maybe I can tell my manager like something. Listen, you're in situations sometimes when you are performing and the fans don't know. Let's say those people were supposed to pay you. We're supposed to listen to some music. Let's say those people are supposed to pay you, and they don't pay you. And they are trying to use your emotions. Like, they're supposed to give you $1,000 and you are waiting for your money so you can go perform. But now they keep having excuses because they are trying to have you perform before they pay you. And they say, no, don't worry, y'all, somebody go get the money, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, and now you see the people online. Those people are complaining. Yeah, who you think you are? I've been here since midnight. Oh, you don't respect your fans. But you in backstage, you ready to sing. They don't know. And the person on the other side is telling you, hey, listen, the fans are waiting. Yeah, we should do the show. And you're like, yeah, pay me. Nah, but the money's there. We have to do that. I said, when I was younger, I was like, oh my God, the fans. Today, I'm like, listen, if you don't pay me, I don't even take the plane today. Like, if I don't have 50% or sometimes 100, I don't even take the plane if it's another country. I'm just going to be like, listen, I'm in the airport. This is the last plane. So listen, I'm looking at my bank account and I don't see nothing yet. So if I don't receive my money, I'm staying home. I'm going back to my house. Yeah, but the plane is in. I said, yeah, listen, check-in, finish in 20 minutes. I will not board the plane. Yeah, what about the fans? Yeah, the fans will see my post where I insult you on social media. That's it today. But there's always going to be some fans. They're going to be like, I hate you. I'll be like, it's not me. It's not my fault. It's them. So imagine when you Kim Kardashian or all these people, you have like a lot of people telling you, yeah, you are stealing my culture. You're like, I don't. I'm just braiding my hair. Shut up. Like, or sometimes they are. I don't listen. Like, why people care so much? Like, it's entertainment. Just watch TV. Turn it off. When you turn it off, it's not your life. It's not real life. You do what you want. Damn, I was supposed to listen to music. Anyway. Oh, that guy was. Yeah, listen. Oh yeah, he deserves it. He got kicked out by security. They do. You're just impartial about things that don't concern you. Isn't that the way we should all be? If you're not concerned, yeah, I mean, Amber Heard is not my girl. She's not my friend. She's an actress. And Johnny Depp is not my friend either. He's an actor. And I personally don't believe her, but it doesn't mean that she's not right somewhere, or maybe she's right completely. I don't know. My opinion is just mine. Like, there's too much strange things in there. One where I could say, for example, I don't know, and I mean, I guess we'll never know, is Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. I have no idea what happened, because there's been too many versions from all of them. Even her, she changed a few times. Him, the best friend, like the whole thing makes no sense. All we know, there was a gun, a bullet got fired, and somebody had a broken foot, but it doesn't seem to be a bullet fragment. It seems to be glass. So that's all we know. From that, could be anything. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's this or this that. I don't know. All I could just say, in my opinion, is some of these celebrities of today, especially in the Black American culture, they are in too many problems. They surround themselves with too much bad energy. That's what I would say. That would be my advice. Protect your personal space, protect your energy. That's what I would tell those young artists that are rich too young and not ready for all this. Protect your energy and your mental health. Other than that, I don't know. For real, I don't have an opinion. Did it do it? It didn't? I don't know. Like, and because I'm not part of any groups, the feminists, the this, the Black Lives, I don't know. And it's okay to not know. I think people believe that they must have an opinion on everything because it helps whatever agenda they follow. But even if you follow an agenda, I believe that you should be able to, inside of the agenda, to also have your own doubts about the directions this is taking, so you can take whatever you need from that. And if there's 1% that you don't agree with, you're not going to just go with everybody if you don't believe in that 1%. You have to be able to say, on that one, I don't agree, guys. And I guess people, because everybody wants to act like little sects, and everybody's just like blindly putting anything that happened in the world inside of the prism of the agenda they want or their beliefs. And listen, you can be a trans and enjoy Dave Chappelle, like Storm Monroe, and understand the joke, and it's fine. And you can also be one and don't enjoy the joke. But you have to understand the implication of that. Is that if you don't enjoy those jokes, then you better not make any joke about anything else. You yourself as well. It's this thing where when the societies become too polarized, personally, I don't get part of it because I'm not that type of person. I'm a person that always like to see from both sides and then try to put my opinion somewhere in even if I believe something, I will never believe it here. I will try to believe it here. Like middle being here, I would be here probably, or there, but never there or there. I don't like to go to the extremes because I like to be able, if I don't take opinions like religions, I like to be able to change. Just because a fact can make you change your opinion. So if you are here and you put yourself here and you really like decide this is here for life or death, and then the whole world finally realize that it's actually there, you stuck here because you glued yourself here, and now you are here trying to find reasons why it's still here. When if you are here, you can say, oh, okay, this new fact made me change my opinion, and it's okay. It feels like people hate changing opinions today. Listen, you have no idea the number of things that I believed back in the days that I find ridiculous today. You have no idea that I'm like, did I think that? There's some things that I used to think today, like when I was 20, at 48, today I think the complete opposite, like complete opposite. Just because experience, because change of heart, because so many things. Like, and society moves as well, right? And as society moves, not only the things you believe can become strange for society, and it's your right to say I'm still not following, or you can move with the society. And I remember when back in the days, it was, for example, for women, it was like shaving your pubic hair, for example, was seen as, oh, this is only for porn actress. Back in the days, I'm talking about the 80s, like when I was a kid. So to us as a kids, it would be like, yeah, it's it's only a type of person that does that. When today, is the preference of everybody. I mean, most people, I don't know. But you see what I mean? Things change, things move. It depends. You know, it's life. What you gonna do? Beyonce fans, they're too much. I like Beyonce fans. But yeah, they're a little too much. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can do a compliment and they will not even understand that it's a compliment if your sentence is too complicated, and they will attack you. So sometimes you're going to be like, let me not say nothing. It's not just praising the US. Yeah, exactly. But that's interesting because the US is one of the last country to arrive, right? To exist. I mean, there's a lot of countries that are like 4,000 or 5,000 years old. The US is like what, 500 years old, and they still want to, because they find a way to dominate media. They want to push to everybody else their views. And for example, to give you an example of something that is offensive in the US and is offensive in Canada as well, blackface, for example. I think most people in France had no clue what it was. It's just like, oh, people paint their face. But then with a lot of people not being activists as of something they feel, but are just mimicking the US, you have a lot of black activists now in France that are just, anything that comes from the activists in the US, they just transcribe it here. And all of a sudden, blackface, for example, became a thing in France. And then some people who had some photos and were completely innocent and had no clue of the whole thing got themselves in trouble for going to a party and doing whatever, and just, I think there was a football player who wanted to for a party, wanted to be a basketball player, and he painted faces black but he didn't even think about the whole thing, because it's not even something that is a problematic in the French culture. And then everybody came with the blackface thing. And even me, I remember being like, the what? And then I had to read about it myself and be like, oh, okay, this is a thing in the US. And I was like, well, why is it a thing? Why is it a thing here? Like, and then you had all the black activists in France that were like up in arms, cancel the guy. And I was like, guys, like, you learned about this thing like 6 months ago. Chill. You don't even have that history. Some of them, like, because you have the people who are descendant of slaves in the US, and then now you have some of them, but most black people are. But then a lot of people who are Africans in France are, some of them from the West Indies are descendant of slaves. But a lot of them, like me, we just migrated when as kids with our parents for opportunities, for work, for whatever the reason, for school, for and we don't have that history. So why would be like, we are not supposed to be offended. We can understand the offense of those people, but why are we making it our offense? And that's where to me we lose the logic. And because I'm as I said, I'm more logical than emotional, I'm gonna understand how people feel, but I'm not gonna be able to feel how they feel. But I will understand why they feel it. But still, I would be like, I will try to educate myself before you see what I mean? I will educate myself about the things before I give an opinion. And I will also be able to make the difference and to understand if somebody did it with what intent. And most people, sadly, they're gonna see a white woman with braids and they will not care about the intent. Sometimes the intent is just, I'm not talking about the Kardashians, I'm talking about any normal person, sometimes they will do it with no intent other than cosmetic, right? And some others, they will really think they are, whatever. But then you can also, if you go to the logic, tell the people, well, listen, if trans people have the right to see themselves as they want, white people can see themselves as black people. But that we go in the rabbit hole and we never stop the conversation. But it's just the way I try to view the world. But it's for me. I don't blame nobody for being emotional about it or being offended and etc. I respect that. It's just that I view the world in my way, and as I believe we all do. And I just disagree with people who don't want other people to not feel the way they feel. It's and there's a lot of groups like this, like the ecologists, for example. Like I understand the message, I understand and the gravity and the urgency of the situation, but I don't agree with every solution. And all these groups are always like trying to impose, and in a society, you start imposing, trying to justify nobody. I know you know. You still have family that was enslaved. I don't know about that. I don't think so, but I don't know. I didn't go through the whole thing. You should respect people who are offended. Yeah, like I said, I do. I completely do. I just don't want them to impose it on me. A heart in return, even if it was not for me, maybe. Today, someone who does not share her pubic hair is considered dirty. I still prefer old school. Yeah, that's strange, huh? I remember when it was completely the opposite. Like, I don't know, like 20 years, 30 years ago, that was the complete opposite. We had something where that would like, it would be the ticket métro, like that was the minimum for people. And today, yeah, today it feels more like people want to go to, actually here in Portugal, everybody go laser everything off. I did this here. I removed all this myself, and then, but as you go down there, I was like, no, it hurts. So I'm not doing this. My God. Oh, she was replying to the bot. I was not understanding that thing. Well, I guess I'll listen to music the next time. We need love in the chat. Yeah, everybody put some hearts in the chat. I mean, there's a lot of love in the chat. But it's great to have conversation and agree and disagree with other people. That's how we learn from each other, I believe. But it's interesting, you see, in this whole, the world how it is today. I believe that a lot of us here, we enjoy having conversation, agreeing and disagreeing and having different points of view, and it's important to have. I believe that from the 200 people who are watching this show right now, coming and going more or less every night or every episode, plus the 200,000 people that will watch when they watch it, to me, I believe this is 1,000 opinions. A lot of people would prefer if it was just 2 opinions so that they can control one side or the other side. And it all depends what is your agenda. Some people are into population control. Some people are into ideology. Some people are into individuality, and we still have to live as different societies. So everybody have to find a balance that works for them and that will also work for society. And it's so interesting how in a lot of our modern societies, especially the democracies, it feels like this balance is starting to. So I don't know, maybe because like if you think like if you are an American and a minority in the US, maybe that balance never concerned you because that society was never caring for you on the same level as others. Same in France. Like I was watching a very interesting an actress that is famous here. She's mixed. She's black girl, and she was saying that she was shocked that in 2022, in a country that have been a colonizer, and so have all these people who are here because of your decisions or your grandparents' decisions. Now you have a multitude of people in this society, but still we are still in a society where we must have the conversation. And she was like, I don't even understand why I must have the conversation about there's not enough representation, there's not even enough black women in media, there's not enough black actors in all the novellas here, the TV. When you have a black journalist presenting the news, everybody's celebrating as where it should be something normal, which it should not be a celebration. It should just be like, yeah, what about the news? Is he talented? And then she was talking about what's behind the scene, the cameraman, like, and she was like, she was actually in a show that was actually talking actually about black people, but she was like, the writers were white, just like that, like. And it's interesting to see how we are still there, and if we are still there and we're still having the conversations, it makes you understand why some people are having extreme views about the situation, and that's where it's problematic. So yeah, I saw it today. It's been passing through the stories. I forgot the name of the actress, but that's the girl from Unica Mujer, and it was very interesting what she was saying, and yeah, that's true. Now in the US, one does not know what a woman is. A man can identify as a woman, compete with women in sports. Things are getting out of hand. That's another problem. That's another issue that is complicated, and the problem is, I think people just want to simplify everything too much. I think it's the collision of two points of views, and I cannot speak for those that I'm not. I can only speak for how I was raised and how I view things. But I was actually before the show watching a whole debate about it, and on one side people were saying that if you're born in a male body, and so you are a man biologically, and if you identify and you feel that you were born on the wrong body, everybody's respecting that, but you still are in a male's body. So even if you change your body and you become a woman and you change your name, etc., genetically your chromosomes are still chromosomes of a man, and so if you compete with women in sports, you're still gonna crush them, and you're gonna take the space that all these women. So let's say as a man you were losing everything, now as a woman you're winning everything. So is it fair? it's a question that women are asking themselves. And on the other side, you had the other side of that argument was that some people were saying, no, if I identify as a woman, I am, and I don't care about biology, and I should be viewed and I should be talked to, and my pronouns and etc. And those are two views that are one based on ideology, I guess, and the other one based on science and who is right. If you come from logic like me, your view will be, well, listen, let's try to maybe divide everything in 20 points and see where it works, where it doesn't. And if you want to see it just emotionally, you guys just gonna fight, because you're gonna be like, yo, listen, and so now you have the feminists or some lesbians who are part of the same group that is infighting, because it's not a simple issue. And I really believe that people should, when they disagree with anybody, I believe that they should not be emotional. It's online people, they just want to be emotional and angry, and they don't know how to give an opinion that is different than somebody else without insulting them. For example, I know that me on YouTube and on social media, I don't censor myself, but I try to, sometimes I have an opinion about something, but nothing I'm not even talking about something crazy, I'm gonna say, hey, I like iPhones. And somebody's gonna come to you and they say, instead of saying, I prefer Samsungs or Sonys, and I'm gonna be like, oh, good for you, they're gonna come with, you stupid idiot, stupid Apple user, you a sheep, and da da da. You like, what? Oh, and it costs too much for what it is. And I'm gonna be, why do you care about my money? Spend your money how you want, and let me spend my how I want. And listen, tell me why you like your Samsung and everything you like about it. To me, we arrived to the point with smartphones that they're all the same. But some people are obsessed with the brands as if they belong to their father. Listen, I own shares. Actually, I own shares of Apple. I own shares of Google. I own shares of Sony. I own shares of Microsoft. So in a way, they can all win. I win. That's how I see it. But I don't care. I own this Shada. That's my brand. So I'm a little more interested about I'm all Shada today. But this, I have an interest in this brand working. Apple, I don't care. I use their product because I like them. I'm used to them since a kid. That's it. If I had to use Windows and I had no choice, at a point I would get used to it and I would find a way to make them work for me. But I don't understand why some people are so passionate about their opinions, like if it's religions. And even if it was religion, I'm not even passionate about that. But that's me. I'm not trying to make people be like me. I just don't understand why people are so like them. And on that type of subject, so wait a minute. If when you become a woman, and I have some, actually, I should invite one of my trans friends that went through the transformation, so I can ask the question to that person, because they are more concerned than me with the conversation. If when you become a woman, you don't lose the the strength of a man, and now you are stronger than everybody else that is a woman, does it create a problem that people didn't think about? And do you need a third category, just like you have in Thailand, for example? You have 3 sets of toilets usually. So do you need a third category to help out with this? Even like toilets, for example, if you fully transform, you go to the women. If you're not yet, maybe you have your place, or maybe you can go to the men. Like, those are interesting questions to think about and brainstorm, because these are new questions. I mean, they're not new, but I mean, new like the last 30, 40 years. But right now, they are interesting conversations to have, so we can find, or people or lawmakers can find solutions that work for everybody. But if people, because they feel as a woman, like that person did, they go to a sauna where all the women are naked with their children, and they walk around swinging their male genitals, but they say, because I feel like a woman, nobody should be offended. I'm afraid it doesn't work. But when I say this logically. I don't say this with any intent to harm anybody. But if the person, on the other hand, receiving this information, the only thing they can do is say, you are harming us. This is, to me, it feels like an argument with my wife when she doesn't have argument and she starts just being angry. I'm sorry. Usually what I reply in those times is like, listen, if you don't have arguments, don't just yell. Like, take the time to have something to say. I piss her off even more when I say that. You fucking robot. But that's how I see it, is why people cannot sit on the table and try to understand and listen to each other from both sides. I'm sure there's a lot of people who can do it, but most people online, they don't want to do it. They want to yell, they want to victimize themselves, or they want to insult the others, and they don't want to understand how the other feel. And then it's the same as when people see Amber Heard, some people will never agree. People like Gayle King, Oprah, they said it. We will never believe that somebody that says that a victim is not a victim. Okay, what about the people who lie then? Like, when you say this, never not believe the victim, and you remove the possibility of doubt. You need doubt, because some people will use everything you've built for the victims in their advantage. I believe that this is what is happening with Johnny Depp, but I could be wrong. But that's what I believe personally. I can be proven wrong, and I agree. I will say, damn, I was wrong. Oh, that guy had me, right? But if you remove the possibility to have the conversation, you will not be able to force yourself in having people call you how you want or see you how you want. You might have people like me who actually don't care how you feel inside, and if you feel as a woman inside. Because I don't care, I will accept you however you feel. I met my first black trans friend, I was 19, and I didn't care. Hey, listen, I could see that the person used to be a man because he looked like it, and hey, listen, I didn't care. Like, the first time I came to shake the hand, because I didn't know what to do, and the person, with French, kissed me on the cheeks, and I was like, okay, that's how we say hi, and the rest of our lives, when we see each other, I kiss her on the cheeks like the rest of the women. And since then, the person went through the transformation, etc. Now it's a full woman. And I never, like, it was never a problem for me personally, because I grew up with family members who have been gay my whole life. So for me, there's nothing that's abnormal, and I'm not such a religious person, and I'm a Buddhist first of all, but so I don't judge the people. Like, I judge people for what they do, not for what they are. So you can be whatever. I'm not gonna judge you until you do something bad to me, or I see you acting bad to other people. That's how I judge people. And listen, we say only God can judge, so that's how I'm gonna put you in, or protect myself from you, if I see that you are a bad person. But your choices or the things that you didn't choose, I cannot judge you for what you didn't choose. If your sexuality is your sexuality, it's not something that you choose. I believe it's something that you just feel. If you feel attracted to people from the same sex, it's not something you chose. If you black, it's not something you chose. The way your hair is, or if you black and you prefer white women, like, this is not, it's your preference. Why should I judge you because of that? But that's the point of view of somebody who's trying to see the world always more as in a logical way, rather than an emotional way. Some people, they hate logic because logic doesn't help the conversation in their way. And so as a person that becomes a woman, if you're still stronger than them because of the fact that you were a man, you create a handicap for others. This is just pure logic. But as other people will say, they're gonna be like, no, because that's how I feel. This is just how I feel. So I don't care about science. I'm gonna be, oh yeah, okay, this is your point of view. And I believe the conversation then should be had between people who respect each other enough to disagree without ever disrespecting themselves, and with the hope that they will find a solution from the end of the conversation. That's why I have my friend that see me. We completely disagree on everything. I mean, not on everything, but for example, politically, he's completely the opposite of me. And when we have political debates, in the end, usually, it's not that we agree in the end, but in the end, yeah, we're going to find things we agree on, and the rest, yeah, we continue away, and it's a great conversation, because in the end, we both took something. Like, I believe conversations are a way to feed from each other. And like when I have conversation with you guys, for example, and somebody disagrees with me, I never said to myself, I'm right and they're wrong. I just said to myself, they have another opinion, and of course, if you're in the microphone and you're talking, you're the host, so you're the one talking. But I'm always interested, for example, to say, hey, somebody that disagrees with me on a subject, like let's have a conversation, like a show, and we have the conversation and we disagree about something, and then we go back and forth, because it's a great way for me to learn about how the other people think, because I'm a person who love other people, and hopefully on the other side, my opinion will inform of how other people think of other situations, because of sometimes difference of where we come from, etc., etc. But the problem in this world of today is that you're gonna have people, they don't think like me. If they disagree with you, they hate you. That's it. And I believe media is not helping. Like a lot of these people, that's what they are doing to people. They are radicalizing every conversation. It's sad. But I think what's happening with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I'm all over the place. What is happening between them is also what I call the pushback. I believe that people have been extremist on all these, especially the all these things, and people are starting to a little bit like try to go back to something a little more, like instead of disagreeing like this, people are trying to meet each other a little bit less further from the middle. It's something that I've seen. And back in the days, if you said that you were a victim of a man in the midst of the Me Too movement and all the copycats movement around the world, you were done. And I remember being like, listen, even I remember having conversation with friends that I was like, but did you do something? It was like, no, but I'm scared. I was like, did you had a lot of sex with a lot of groupies as an artist? Like, it was like, no, but what if somebody says something and like my career is over? I was like, yeah, but why would somebody say something? Why would somebody say something if you didn't do nothing? And it was like, yo, like, don't you see? And then we had some cases of people using all that to just exist in the world, like people that nobody heard about. They came with a case against a famous French journalist, and it was not a journalist, it's a TV boss. And then that guy lost everything. Wife divorced, 2 daughters, stopped talking to him, called him a bastard, a rapist, etc., whatever. Lost his job, lost everything. And after 2 years, when people start realizing, okay, let's the girl lied. The girl lied from the get-go. They never worked together, so it was not harassment at work. The whole thing. And actually, they went in a defamation trial, and he won. And she had to pay him, I think, $20,000 and his lawyer fees. And then I think he attacked the TV stations as well, because nobody even tried to have doubts. And I believe that I think it's a quote about science that says that if you are if to be able to do science, you have to have doubts. And I think this is the I don't remember the quote, but I think it's the opposite when it comes to religion. When to be in the religion, you have to just believe. And when it comes to opinions, I believe that opinions, you should always ask yourself, for you, whatever you think, you should always ask yourself, try to argue argument just inside of yourself about the complete opposite. Like, what if you agree with the opposite side? I also have all these arguments, so you can understand how the other feel and be more, just be more in acceptance of how other people think. And yeah, some other people, they were not born where you were born, and they were not raised the way you were raised, with not with the same rules. I know some people, like they're born in a family where everybody's naked all the time. I met a girl in the Kizomba festival. She was telling me this. It was a few years ago. Oh, in my I'm going to it. She was. I don't even know how we came to that conversation. Like, my ring was burning my finger. I was like, why am I in this conversation? And she was telling me that she was going to a nudist beach, and she was explaining to me that in her house, everybody's always naked. And I was like, but why? Like, your parents, your brothers, like. And she was like, yeah, I mean, we were always like this, like. And I was like, can you invite me for dinner? I'm joking. Oh my god, it's getting late. What time is it? 2:25. Oh my god. The people who didn't put some like, add some likes. Let me look at the rest of the comments so I can go to sleep. I'm gonna make you listen to some music on Sunday because tomorrow I have to take my daughter to school. So where was I? Put me some unicorns in the chat if you enjoyed that conversation. As I'm watching the rest of the. Let me see. Where was I? That's the one I was replying to. Some hearts. I'm being dancing on Kaysha. Nice. Trance versus trance. I remember reading that, but I was in the middle of talking. It's a complicated subject, I believe, huh? I try to be fair. I believe that's the simplest way to do it. You do a third category so that people could, because if you're a woman, you can't feel disadvantaged because you have a lot of men who used to be nothing in the competition, and as women, they are crushing everybody. And anyway, let me see the rest. We are living in a time where victimizing is obsolete. I totally do agree in your way of thinking, Kay. I believe that, I think this, the same way as you, a little bit differently, but yeah, I believe that we went too far and now we are starting to push back a little bit on, like, we should believe people when they say they are victims, but we should reserve our 1% of doubt to make sure that we are not incriminating somebody that didn't do nothing. And I don't know, like, because Johnny Depp is putting his whole life out there. I don't know, he might be crazy, but I believe the reason he's doing it is not really for the money, is to wash his honor, I believe. But this is me. You are free to believe the complete opposite. Jeffrey, what's good? What and where will we put men who lost their genital by accident? Are they genderless? Hey, what the questions of this guy? It's too late for me to ask myself these questions. No, I don't know, bro. It seems like Elon Musk. Yep, he did. And he I think for that thing, as I was for that money she was supposed to give to that association, ACLU, I think. He helped her or some way. I saw his name, but I was like, this whole mess is just, to me, as I'm seeing it, one person, listen, I've been there before. When you deal with people who are super narcissistic and who have a disorder, yeah, I've recognized a lot of it, but only them know in reality. And this is usually something my mother tells me all the time, talking about situations like, The only people who really know are the people who are there. And it's both of them and maybe the people around. But yeah, there's a lot of things where I'm like, Look like the girl that claimed that she was kidnapped by a Mexican woman only to find out months later. Yeah, I saw that. Same as the trans person who said that I'm a woman, and then she got transferred in a only women only prison and ended up getting two inmates pregnant. That's like, those are the limits of that's the limits of emotion. To me, these are where we reach the limits. And when the people who think have to take over a little bit and say, okay, I understand you feel things. Now, keep feeling your things and let the people who think take decisions out of logic, thinking, and all the cases and finding the best solutions for everybody. Because if you let the emotional people take decisions, all they do is shoot themselves in the foot. In the meantime, her community started harassing Mexican people. Oh my God. Yeah. Telling you. Woman with big D. I don't know what you might say. You're stupid. You are stupid. People say homosexuality is like a hormonal imbalance. I don't know. I mean, it has existed forever. So to me, people say that blue eyes, scientists say that blue eyes, or eyes that are not black or, dark brown, like most of us, are actually part of genetic problems, and that's how the races begin. But listen, to me, because I've known it my whole life, I don't believe. I don't know the science behind it. I never really tried to understand, because to me it's something that is normal. I've always knew that there's different ways, and people are attracted to who they are attracted to, or what some people are really trying to understand maybe too many things. But hey, listen, I don't know. I believe, like, if you believe that God made you, if you're religious and you believe that God made you in the perfection of what you were supposed to be, you have to also believe it for everybody else. That's how I see it. And I'm not religious. In order to do science, you have to question everything. Yes, indeed. Nakedness is a sign of purity. I mean, yeah, I guess it is in reality. Actually, yeah, it is. If you I'm never going to your house. This guy. Ezekiel, je viens à la fin. It's goody. Oh my God. Yeah, people are not like, some people, like, there's 5 people who are here. They didn't put their likes. J'aime pas ça. Hein? The jail pregnancy story made me pure myself. Yo, listen. Me, I was like, I have a face for this. I have a face, like, my face is, voila. It's like, to me, it's, okay, listen, that could be an exception, but that's the exception that is enough to have people just think about the decisions that they take to satisfy emotional people. From the get-go, I was like, hell no. Unless you cut your dick off, yeah, you can go with the women. If not, no. Like, but I understand, like, you have some people who really would feel unsafe because they are like, how can I say? First of all, they didn't have they didn't have the means to do it, and the operation cost a lot of money. And some people are really sincerely not wanting to be with the men because they feel like they really are women. So both cases are true, but you cannot just take decisions out of to please the people, or it's a modern law. No, because some people, look at what they do after that. Look at how they go there, and so you have to just. But hey, that story was crazy. That story was crazy. Yeah. We need to create a timeout space just for myself. Oh my God, I wanted to make you listen to some music, but I guess we're gonna do it Sunday, because in 6 hours I'm taking my daughter to school. But listen, I actually had another great conversation with you guys. It's always a pleasure. Put some rainbows in the chat if you enjoy. I mean, thanks for everybody who already put some unicorns. And big up to everybody that was there tonight. Master Electronic, Milliardaire, YB Style, Emmanuel Etienne, Bruno fell asleep long time ago, Malcolm, Ellie's Boys. Who else was there? Julie probably fell asleep, Joel, Dalia, all my bots, Stream Elements, Night Bots, and the other bot, yeah, probably die in the process. Bodhisattva, thank you for the donation. Sirène des Îles, thank you for the donation as well. Urban Sweet Spot. Who else was there? Some video game somewhere. Senex Beats. I'm forgetting. Bon Shoesify, and of course Gaming System. Thank you everybody for showing up, and I'm gonna leave you with let me leave you with something nice. Let me play something from my first album. Let me play you something from 1998. It's a track that I produced. I mean, the whole album, I produced all the tracks. But I'm going to play you a track called Oh, why not this one? I'm going to play you a track called Every Day. It's a track featuring Nichols, Ali Angel, and Linsha. So we recorded that track probably in 1997 in South America, in French Guiana, in a studio called Troisès in front of the beach. And probably wrote that song for my Brazilian girlfriend of the time. It's called Every Day. Peace, Shada gang.
Don't you know I got everything a girl needs? Sex indeed, we make some good seeds. I got cheese, we'll eat macaronis in fly restaurants, my tenderoni. Where you wanna go? I'll take you there. Share passionate moments, none can compare. Ta-ta with my name on it. Lorenzo Raphael, don't fear for it. Infinite love I'm here to give you, not play you like Nintendo. Let's stay together, te quiero crescendo. Every day. You down.
we can share secrets. Never wanna violate your jardin secret. Savoir-faire, savoir-plaire, that's what it's all about. That's why I read Marie Claire. I'm not a playboy and I can be your toy. I can be your man, we can have a boy. No need a small cloud, you could be my high. Baby, don't cry, moi qui rete là. God bless when we have sex, caress and test. Sugar swear me give you the best. Abra tu casa, I won't give you un poco. Without you, I'm just getting loco.
Every day